Hello there, survivors, and welcome back to another video in ARK Survival Ascended. Today we're taking a look at this brand new build that I made using a brand new premium cosmetic, Flora Moderna, that is actually a really cool set if you want to give a modern touch to your base, or you just want to maybe replicate a proper street. This set actually has a bunch of different structure sets that you can utilize, from like nice bricks that you can see in a lot of the roadwork here, as well as the walls of the docks themselves. And of course you have plenty of elegant sets like the Gothic set, the Roman set, as well as a brick set that is actually really cool to create your own town buildings. And plenty of decor as well, awnings, telephone booths, ice cream trucks even, and there's even a car. There's cool skins for some of your structures like the replicator. You can turn the transmitter into a statue. Bunch of other cool decoration options that you can do to really give that modern touch to your entire base. So today's video, we'll take a look around it and try to showcase you the build that I've made with the early access that I had. And yeah, I think if you want to go for a modern, elegant design, these skins will definitely come in very, very handy. So here we are. I've built this all on Ragnarok. If you're wondering where this is located, well, you can see it's very close to the blue op, but exactly it's located at these coordinates for if you want to build here yourself. So there's a few different sections of this build. We have a little garden section with like a nice gazebo and a fountain. We have the brick building right over here that is quite cool. I really like the look of those bricks. And then we have a fancy modern villa almost. Well, it's not really a villa because it's connected to the other building, but it's definitely a nice big house that would actually serve very well as a base itself. Then we have a little garden section right next to it, and that is all, you know, surrounded by these streets. And the little docks out here, I added some sharks, of course, you know, to kind of fill it up, but also a little boat over there. But yeah, we will see. There's actually a bunch of cool decoration options in this cosmetic pack, which really helps, you know, flesh out your builds. We have these little ice cream trucks on deco boxes, which are really cool. There's actually a few variants for that as well, which is really nice. Like, I think I have all 3 different variants here, and they're actually really, really cool. You know, you have some really nice textures on that. We have some dodos just hanging out, and then we have this little bar, and of course I had to add someone in there to make it all look even nicer. Very, very cool. Actually, some really nice design pieces, little details here on the walls here. I really like this brick set just because of the depth it adds to the bricks themselves, as well as these pillars with these nice variations. I think you definitely can play around. I did use some paint to change the colors of this, so this and this is all not the natural color. I think the natural color is found over here, which is a little bit whiter than the ones that I've used for the rest of the build. There's actually waterfall skin as well. This is for the thin pillar, scaled up a little bit so that it reaches the water. And then we have water skins for a nice little river right over there. And then the bridge is actually just a deco box because, I mean, the water is just ceiling, so we can walk over it. But of course, for the looks, this bridge looks a lot nicer. But of course, it doesn't actually have, you know, hitbox, so you don't walk over it, but I think it's close enough, and it definitely adds some really cool vibes to a base. So yeah, let's take a closer look around everything, because there's actually a lot of really cool textures to all of this. Like the tile sets are pretty cool, lots of really nice flower effects in a lot of the structures. We have a little bit of a garden here using JVH landscaping for the plants, but we have the transmitter right here, which is a really cool statue. So that's definitely a nice way to have a transmitter, you know, in your build without it standing out too much. Then this fountain, which has some more of those water sections and these waterfall sections coming down as well, has the tech replicator in the middle. So the big circle is the tech replicator. I think we can actually turn that on, and there we go. Actually looks really, really cool, and I decided to just use it fully as a cool design feature because, yeah, it looks quite cool even when not powered Yeah, just to want to have it around. You can actually also use these statues on just deco boxes, so you can detail them around your base. Then we have these lovely pieces here as well to create this really cool gazebo. Especially love also these slope walls with the intricate designs and the pillars, like everything. There's a lot of cool designs, and as I said, there's a lot of variety of different structure sets. We have a little coffee bar here with, you know, our host and some customers waiting in line. This car is not a battle rig, although I think that might be coming. I did see some teasers about that, but yeah, this is just a deco box, so it's just there. But it's nice to have as like decoration around your base, and at least this one isn't going anywhere, so you won't lose it. So that's definitely nice. And then we can make our way back over to the actual main street here. We have a nice telephone booth. We have some nice skins for the benches as well, which is really cool. Then we have the first building here with the nice brick textures that look really, really good. I love all the windows as well as these awnings that are quite cool. Definitely some nice details that you can add with those. And before we go in, we'll see the rest of the street. We have another little garden section right here to break up the street a little bit. Some more of those benches around as well. We can see a little bit more of the building. Quite like all these skins. And again, this is the same brick pattern, but then painted up for this little greenhouse section that I have next to the build. We have another of these garden sections over here, looking nice. And then, yeah, we have the proper garden. We have more of these little stands, some little food stands, more ice cream, another statue. So this is just a deco box statue, and then you can scale those as well, which is really nice. Got another one of these little bars to hang out at, and just more lovely details in our garden. And then, yeah, if we make our way around the house, we have some more of these food stands, the food trucks. They're really nice to just have around as some decorations. We have another car parked up here, another telephone booth here, some nice benches around, and there we go. That is all we have. And then, of course, we have the two buildings. I like the way they came out. I tried to integrate a lot of the different skins that are available. As you can see, some of them quite fancy and elegant styles of buildings. So definitely a lot of options here to make something cool and unique that you like. I really like especially having the dino gates with the nice glass doors, and then the windows being able to extend above them as well. Really works very well. As I said, I think this house, this one here on this side, can definitely be utilized as a proper ARK base. I kind of designed it that way. There's plenty of room on the inside as well for some bigger creatures, etc. And then this, of course, is more of a traditional townhouse, but still, you could definitely use it as a base. You just don't have that much space for creatures. But yeah, we do have a very nice entrance here that we can go into. I think this is the fabricator with a nice cool skin. We have the smithy right over here. There's actually some variants for the smithy as well, so you can also turn it into an ice cream stand if you want to. Quite cool. Got a little bit of storage over here, some vaults line up. This is actually the industrial forge. Really cool skin for that too. And then you can see we have actually an entrance here at the back where we have a nice big gate, so you could take in some of your tames as well and, you know, have them up here. Then we have a small staircase to go up to the kitchen where we have the fridge, we have the grill, we have the water cooker, and just a nice table spot to relax and hang out. We also have access to a small little balcony here on the side, so we can enjoy the views around us. But yeah, we can see some of the skins. We also have a chandelier, which is just on a deco box, which is a really cool addition as well. And of course, we have these lovely windows out front to enjoy the views of the rest of the street. And we can take the staircase further up. We have a little bit of like a storage room, because these are all storage cabinets, just skinned in the different variants that are available, which is really nice. Another smithy, just a normal library. And then we also have a nice little room over here where you can hang out. There's actually different variants as well for these tables. So if you want to maybe go for something like this, you know, a little bit more fancy, you can do so. We have the clock on there. We have another one of those hanging here. And here we actually have some of the cool decorative walls that sometimes even have like built-in details, which is really nice because this is just normal walls skinned, and then they kind of look a little bit more interesting this way with adding a lot of detail and yeah, just bring the place to life. We have a little bedroom over here, and then of course we can go all the way up. We have another nice clock. We have some more space here with some more storage, but more importantly, we have a nice little rooftop balcony with a spot for maybe your flyer. So if you're gonna use it as a base, yeah, you definitely have that space there. And we also have just a normal fireplace, just painted it so that it matches the aesthetic a little bit more. But yeah, definitely a really cool townhouse, and I really love the textures of this brick. I think that looks really, really good. But then the main building right over here, which could definitely be used as an ARK base, I really like as well, especially these big window sections in the front with the gate going into the rest of the window, and just the different sections in general, like the little side bit over there, and then the contrast with the black and white, of course, working quite well in general, in my opinion. So let's head over here, enter the base. So you can see we have a dino gate. We actually have two Rexes in here, as you can see. Definitely plenty of space, even if you want to have some creatures on the inside. Funnily enough, this is actually the grinder, which looks like a little coffee bar, so definitely a nice bit of detail. We have a cryo fridge here in the corner. Then we actually have a little greenhouse. There was some plants growing here, but I guess they just disappeared. I swear I planted stuff. Yeah, I guess it just doesn't want to grow, or just maybe it's invisible. I don't know. I swear there was plants growing here, I promise. But I don't know why they're not showing up right now. But yeah, little greenhouse with some nice glass roof. These bricks painted, I think in shadow or something like that. Looks really, really nice. And of course, some nice windows to let in plenty of light. Is always a nice addition to your base. Got the industrial forge up there, the fabricator here, some more tames lined up there with these nice big doorways. I really love the look of those, and of course the flower patterns on the inside of the skins. So just to clarify, this is like the inside of the skin with the nice flower wallpaper, and on the outside it's nice and fancy. So really nice to have two different sides to them, because obviously that really helps out with decorating on the inside. And then we actually have like a kind of a garage to the side here as well, with these dino gates that you could definitely utilize for some other tames. Got some stego here and a trike here. I don't know why, I just went for the tech because it's, you know, the Moderna skin, so felt like we should have some modern or futuristic dinos as well in here. But yeah, I really love the open air and the yeah, just the amount of space you have here. I think that is going to be quite practical if you want to use this as an ARK base. And then here we have some more storage, a little cozy kitchen. This is actually pillars with the furniture skin, so you can actually extend your kitchen that way. Really cool little additional detail that you can get that way. And then we have the fridge over here, the smithy again, and then of course a bedroom over here with a fireplace, some more storage, bedroom itself, and a mirror there as well. But yeah, just makes for a very cozy build, I think. Definitely a lot of options in all these skins, which is great. Lots of different skins to choose from, and yeah, definitely will fit your modern vibes. If you want to build like a whole town or city even, this might be a really nice one. I especially like the windows. I think the windows and all these little details that the walls have, they are really nice. These are just normal walls, just with those skins you can make some really nice windows with them, and that really adds quite a lot to a build, I think. But yeah, then we have of course the garden next to it. But yeah, that is the main build. Quite happy with it. Let me know if you'd like to see a tutorial for this build. I don't think I would do it for the townhouse, but yeah, for this one I think that would definitely serve you quite well as an ARK base. Just if you want to, you know, have that in your survival playthrough, that could definitely work. let me know. And there we go. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. Of course, don't forget to subscribe either if you haven't already. And feel free to leave suggestions for future builds down in the comments below. For now, thank you for watching and hope to see you in the next video or stream. Goodbye.